As a supervisor, you have all the same capabilities as any other employee. You can view your schedule, approve your time card, and request changes to your schedule. In order for you to perform your supervisory responsibilities, you also have some additional features and capabilities. You'll notice a button on the menu bar that indicates how many employee requests are pending. These are requests that employees whom you supervise have submitted, and those employees are waiting for a response from you. If the button is colored red, this indicates that some of the pending requests have been waiting too long for a response. When you click on the Employee Requests button, you will see a list of the pending requests. The first column on the list will display a graphic icon indicating if there are any warnings associated with the request. If you hover your cursor over the icon, you can see a display of the warning. Often the information on this screen is sufficient to know that you can approve at least some of the pending requests. If this is the case, you can click the Select box on each of the requests that you want to approve, and then click the Approve Selected button at the top of the page. Sometimes you will want to take a closer look at what the employee has requested. In those cases, you click on the Detail link for that request. Clicking the Detail link takes you to the familiar day view of the employee's schedule for the date of the request. This page looks virtually the same as it does when you are looking at your own schedule when you have a pending request. There are, however, a couple of key differences. First, notice the drop-down list at the top of the page that displays the employee's name. As a supervisor, you have access to the schedules of all the employees who report to you. The next big difference is the Change Schedule button. This button allows you to formulate a schedule change for your employee, just as you would a schedule change request for your own schedule. When you are working with an employee's schedule, you are actually making the change to the schedule, rather than submitting a request. Finally, take a look at the pending request that was submitted by the employee. At the bottom of the display area for the request, there is a line for a comment along with Approve or Deny buttons. If you want to deny a request, you must enter a comment explaining to the employee why the request is being denied. If you wish to approve the request, you are not required to enter a comment, but you are free to do so if you wish. Once you approve an employee's request, the current schedule timeline is updated, and the request is marked Approved. The employee will receive a notification indicating that the request was approved or denied, and the employee's view of the schedule for the day will look just like what you see after you approve the request. Another important responsibility of supervisors is to review and approve the time cards of their employees at the end of the pay period. When you click on the Employee Time Cards button on the home page, you see a list of all the employees who report to you. If your organization has multiple pay cycles, then you will be able to select which pay cycle you want to view. The Date selector allows you to pick which pay period you want to work with. You can pick any date in the period, and the employee portal will adjust it to the last day of the period. The Validate Time Cards button tells the application to review each time card for compliance with your organization's policies. It will identify issues such as underreporting of time or use of benefit time that is not available in the employee's time bank. If you see an error or warning icon on the validation column of a time card, you can hover your mouse over the icon to see an explanation of the problem. The status column lets you know if the employee has already approved the time card. A check mark indicates that the employee has approved the time card. An alarm clock indicates that the time card is waiting for employee approval. As a supervisor, you have the ability to approve an employee time card, even though the employee has not done so already. If you want to look at the actual time card, you simply click the Detail link. This takes you to the familiar time card view of that employee for the designated pay period. You can approve the time card here in the Detail page, or you can use your browser's back button to go back to the list of employee time cards. If you want to approve all of the time cards in the list, then you can check the Select All button and then click the Approve Selected button. You can also manually check only the time cards you want to approve and use the Approve Selected button to approve them all at once. This concludes our overview of the Supervisor features of the On-Duty Employee Portal. Be sure to view other videos in the series to learn more.